Hello ladies, gentlemen, and everybody else watching, my name's Eric, and welcome back to a brand new video here on the BioShockHub. Today we've got yet another brand new article from Gamerant as per usual. If you want to check it out for yourself, it'll be linked down in the description below. And this is the case for and against Bioshock 4 being a soft reboot. So with that being said, I hope you can sit back, relax, and if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 40,000 subscribers, and that would be very much appreciated. Now, let's get into the video. Now very quickly, before we hop into today's video, I'd like to give a shout out to today's sponsor, AdvancedGG. I've been with them for over a year, and since I started drinking Advanced, I've cut out things from my diet like soda and energy drinks, because those are absolutely terrible, and they made me feel gross. However, with Advanced, they're all natural, they're sugar-free and diabetic friendly, and you actually make your own energy drink. There's a ton of different flavors for you to try out if you'd like to, of all different sorts of uses in terms of focus, energy, hydration, sleep, you name it, Advanced has got it. If you want to check out AdvancedGG, I'll put a link down in the description, and currently, from today until next Friday, my code TBH30 will get you 30% off your order at checkout. And if you're watching this afterwards, my regular code is TBH, you'll get 10% off. So thank you Advanced, and let's get into the video. Very little is known about Bioshock 4, including its official title, though we have heard that names like Parkside and Isolation exist, though those might be placeholder names. Though rumors, leaks, and analyses have proved fertile ground for speculation, it's difficult to say whether the game will continue the story of Rapture or Columbia, or if it will be something of a refresh for the series, taking it in a bold new direction. And I think that's going to be the case. I think it's going to be a brand new setting that very loosely ties into the first 3 games. Leaks and rumors have pointed to the setting of Bioshock 4 being an isolated Antarctic city called Borealis. This detail alone, if true, would indicate that the game is taking a significant step away from the previous entries in the series, as it wouldn't be revisiting either of Bioshock's most iconic locations. Now, I think if it's going to be an open world game, like rumors and speculation have suggested, possibly we'll see Columbia and Rapture one day, but I think we're going to have a whole new setting in and of itself. Additionally, a job listing from developer Cloud Chamber Studios suggests that Bioshock 4 will be open world, which would also mark a stark change in series tradition. At the same time, the complex lore established by the original trilogy may be hard to ignore, so Bioshock 4 could very well be a more direct sequel to Bioshock or Bioshock Infinite. Whether this would be good or bad is up for debate, and I'd like to know what your guys' thoughts and opinions on that down in the comment section below. Now let's look at Bioshock 4 being a soft reboot, both the pros and the cons. Bioshock 4 could serve as a bold new step for the series. As a revival of a beloved franchise created by a different studio, there's a risk of Bioshock 4 living in the shadow of the original 3 games. And that's fair to say. Obviously, Bioshock 1 and Infinite were masterpieces in their own right, same thing with Bioshock 2, but I have a feeling that Bioshock 4 is going to have a ton of pressure on it to be an amazing experience and an amazing game. Whether it's fair or not, Bioshock 4 will inevitably be compared to the titles that preceded it, and playing things too safe could ultimately work to its detriment. Thus, when it comes to both narrative and the fundamentals of the game design, it may be best for Bioshock 4 to tap the reset button. An open world and dramatically different setting may be a good place for Bioshock 4 to start, and the game could differentiate itself even further by making key changes to gameplay pillars, like exploration, combat, and RPG elements. Again, all things I would absolutely adore to be added to the new game. I want something that feels familiar, but also something that adds new, unique experiences to the game, so hopefully they can nail that for us. This would go beyond Bioshock 4 simply adding more options to the existing gameplay skeleton of the franchise. The game could be inventive and revolutionary for the series, viewed the same way that 2018's God of War Soft Reboot is. A continuation of the Bioshock narrative might be hard to avoid. The lore of Bioshock, while not universally beloved, is a core part of the franchise. I'm not necessarily sure what the author means by not universally beloved. Maybe it was the critique of Bioshock Infinite, which, if that's the case, it's subjective. Either you enjoy Infinite or you don't. That's completely okay though. Bioshock Infinite found success without relying on Rapture, Big Daddies, or Little Sisters, although these narrative elements make a return in the DLC, but it adds a new layer of complexity. Specifically, the ending of Bioshock Infinite introduces the concept of multiple realities, aka the multiverse theory, that can be assessed through various means, yet always have a few key constants. Now, with the rumors of Bioshock 4 being a brand new game in terms of doing its own thing, if they want to tie it in with Infinite or even Bioshock 1 or 2, the multiverse theory is going to be the way for them to do that 100%. I don't know how strong they want the games to be intertwined with each other, but we'll have to wait and see for that. Infinite directly ties back to the first two Bioshock games through this parallel reality premise, suggesting that all Bioshock stories are linked in some metaphysical way. This twist ending has a transformative, overarching effect on the greater Bioshock canon, and while Bioshock 4 could just simply ignore this, it might come across as somewhat jarring for anyone who has played Infinite. Thus, the next game may have to continue the broad strokes storyline that Infinite left behind. Now, I'm going to disagree with that. I feel that they don't have to follow the Bioshock Infinite storyline. If they want to take some aspects from the game and implement them into Bioshock 4, that's totally understandable. But it needs to be its own thing, and if they want to loosely tie all the games together, take some elements from each game and intertwine them, but I don't think it needs to follow Infinite directly. If Bioshock 4 is supposed to be part of the same fictional universe as Infinite, even if they are only loosely linked, then a lot of questions about parallel realities, such as which reality the game takes place in, will need to be addressed, and I'm sure we'll figure that out in time. Whether it's a soft reboot or direct continuation, Bioshock 4 is going to need to carve its own path, especially if Cloud Chamber wants to avoid unfavorable comparisons to Judas, which many view as a spiritual successor to the Bioshock franchise, and that is totally a fair comparison. Obviously, it's made by Ken Levine, it's made by Ghost Story Games, which used to be Irrational, so I think no matter what, it's going to get compared to it regardless, even if they do completely different things in the game. Obviously, they're going to be compared to each other, so let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Thank you very much. With that being said, thank you all so very much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it and want to see more Bioshock content in the future, would you kindly hit that subscribe button, leave a like on the video as it's very much appreciated, and feel free to hit the bell and turn on all post notifications to never miss a future video or a future live stream. If you want to stay up to date with me outside of YouTube, my social media links as well as our Discord server is the best way to do so, the links to which will be down in the description below. A couple of videos will be popping up on the screen if you want to go check those out. I'd really recommend it. And with that being said, take care, stay safe, and I will talk to you all again very, very soon. Bye guys!